everybody, we're here, E3, we finally got here. I can tell you now, we've slept a bunch. I know you can probably see it in our sexy faces, but we've been sleeping all day.
Australians don't need to travel very far to get anywhere, so that's why we're totally bright-eyed and bushy-tailed right now. 48 hours, no sleep, baby. Come at me, E3.
Yeah. We tried to sleep on the plane, but we're gigantic dudes, and I'm not talking about... We won't make that joke, actually, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk about video games.
We're here to talk about E3 coverage. We have just watched the EA Play press conference. We weren't invited for some reason. I don't know why we weren't invited to EA's press conference.
I just don't understand. It's very strange.
It's so weird.
Extraordinarily strange.
But either way, we watched it online, and we wanted to tell you what we thought of what was quite possibly the worst press conference in history. Okay, so we watched EA Play 2018. It's EA's press conference that they do every year to showcase all the good stuff that they've got coming down the pipe this year.
It's their thing. It's like their hour of like, what are we gonna give you this year full of microtransactions and loot boxes?
I feel like we should take it blow by blow to look at overall
let's start by first. What were you expecting? Did you think it was going to be a conference? Did you think it was going to be them trying to change their tune?
I did not have any expectations of this conference other than we would finally see what Anthem was.
Yep.
And astoundingly, they didn't even manage to meet that low bar.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's take it blow by blow because I think that's the best way to do it. Battlefield 5 was the first big ticket item that they were showing off there. Sam, tell me, from the footage that you saw, do you have a good understanding of what this game actually is?
Well, I can tell you now, seeing a tank smash into a building, I was like, well, you know what, I don't need to see any more.
Yeah.
And seeing Battle Royale in another game, I'm like, holy shit, these guys are doing something different. They are doing something different.
We didn't actually see the Battle Royale, we just know that it's coming.
Yeah, they're doing Battle Royale, so when I did see this, I didn't get an understanding of what this was compared to Battlefield 1. I didn't get an understanding. Did you actually feel like you were like, oh, this is what they're bringing to the table that's fundamentally different, apart from like, you can now move those cannons around, you can smash buildings down.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't really, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't have a clear sense of what this game's going to be like to play. Again, I know that there was some more gameplay released on other trailers like Jack Frags at the same time that also did a better job of explaining what Battlefield 5 is all about. Go and watch those if you want to learn more about this game, because this trailer that we saw certainly wasn't that. They actually released a multiplayer trailer that had heaps of story cutscenes in it as well, and it was kind of like, good job, EA. So, look, Battlefield 5, I think the big thing this year is that it just doesn't feel as exciting as Battlefield 1 was. I remember when Battlefield 1 was revealed, we were like, holy shit, this looks incredible.
Yeah.
This is such a huge step forward, blah, blah, blah. This one kind of looks confused and weird, and there's definitely nowhere near as much hype around it. I think the Battle Royale formula will work really well here.
oh, definitely.
And it'll be really
ready
great
for it.
It's totally
ready for that.
I think of all the Battle Royale modes that you'll see from all the games, I actually believe that Battlefield's Battle Royale will probably be the best because of destructible environments and vehicles and the scale of it.
I think Call of Duty does look pretty damn good.
I know.
Having like, all these different maps onto one. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I think it's a contender. I think it's a contender. So guys, when I was sitting there watching the conference, I knew that there was going to be one word that constantly would be brought up, and that is loot boxes, ladies and gentlemen. And I knew, look, I felt this. I knew this was going to happen. They were like, no loot boxes in this, no loot boxes in that.
Yeah.
They'll find ways, people.
It's like they were like, can you guys clap when we reveal some game feature?
Yeah.
And then everyone's like,
yeah.
And they're like, quick, say no loot boxes. Everyone's like, yay! And then
they use the same clip of people applauding for like everything.
The biggest cheers that you saw in this entire press conference were the time where they mentioned, oh, by the way, guys, no loot boxes.
Yeah, literally bigger than Anthem, actually.
Yeah.
It was more of an applause than Anthem.
True. There was some serious cringe going down at this event. The host, I think, did a very good job, by the way. I know a lot of people hated what the host did. I just thought she was terrible.
No, I just think there was a lot of energy being thrown out, and I was like, I felt like, as a host, you've got to sometimes read the energy of the other person, you know, and she was like throwing all this energy, and like the other guys on the other side, like, okay, yeah.
There was a lot of cringe going on.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
there really was.
There was different energy flows, and she's just kind of going gung ho.
I think she did the best she could have. And as I said, I feel like loot boxes were the go-to when the energy was getting a little bit low.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, it's good to see that you know, obviously EA have learnt from this. Whether or not they are going to actually become good guy EA in the future is a question mark.
They haven't.
But certainly They learned about loot boxes being a dirty word.
No, because
no question.
Ultimate Team stuff, it's all there still.
Oh, that's a whole other bird.
Of course it is. I know it is, but what I'm saying is like, I really wanted to see when they were dropping stuff about FIFA and Madden, if they even mentioned that, and they didn't. There was nothing on that whatsoever. So obviously they were like, okay, this particular audience is not going to buy it, but FIFA people will. Yeah, so it's still there.
That's true, that's true. So Andrew Wilson came out at some point as well,
yes.
And his job at that point was to spruik the new Origin Premium Pass, which, to be real, is a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Because I understand it's like $99 a year for access to pretty much all of EA's games on their release date. So you can get like Anthem and Battlefield 5 on release date for what, like $10 a month or something?
Something like
that.
It's
a pretty good deal.
It's a pretty damn good deal. And look, if you listen closely after the applause ending, you could hear him squeaking to a halt when he was walking.
And notice he was also wearing human clothing.
He was wearing human clothing, people.
He was.
Okay, and I did see the reptilian eye kind of thing. I did see the Zuck effect.
That's right.
It's all there, people. Look closely at that editing. He is not one of us.
Okay, so perhaps the lowest point of this entire conference was when Vince Zampella, the guy who created Call of Duty, the guy who created Respawn Entertainment, who made Titanfall, one of the best shooters ever released, they basically sat down in the crowd and they're like, hey, what's going on?
Terrible. That's what I'm talking about.
What's going on, man?
That girl, man. She was like, hey, and he's like, okay, hey.
Yeah.
Like, read the energy, you know? He's a chill dude. Just be chilled for a sec.
The point of sitting down with Vince Zampella in that moment was to get him to announce the fact that he's working on a game. We don't really know what game it is. You know, we don't know any detail at all, except for the fact that it's called Jedi Fallen Order, and it's set between episodes 3 and 4. And that's it.
And to the presenter's credit, I gotta be honest now, she was trying to get some information out for us. She was like, come on, give us something. And he was like, I can't really give anything. And she tried like 3 or 4 times. So I kind of feel like they shouldn't have brought out anyone to talk about a game. They can only release the name.
It's so dumb.
That is it. It would have been better if it was just a quick little snapshot on the screen, new game, that's it.
At least give us, like the Metroid 4 teaser image logo. That's less cringe than like a, hey man, what's up? And he's like, making a game. Like, come on man.
Exactly right. I 100% agree. It was bad form.
Okay, maybe I misspoke and maybe I was a bit premature when I spoke and I said that that was the worst part of the conference. Because after that, they did this thing. Oh my god. Command & Conquer was a game. A legendary game back in the day. Like, legendary. One of my favorite games ever. We played the shit out of that. Command & Conquer 1, 2, Tiberian Sun. And then we thought, okay, something's happening here. These two guys start getting up, shoutcasting this awkward mobile game. They welcome out these two people that nobody's ever heard of onto the crowd. They're like, give them a big round of applause. And the crowd's like this.
Yeah, if they said a big round of applause for Layman Gaming, holy shit, the place would have lit up.
Exactly.
No, you're right though. They should have got some sort of like maybe competitive players back in the day that used to play Command & Conquer, or someone that's
someone
like
interesting.
Yes.
But what they were revealing was Command & Conquer. They're not making a new proper Command & Conquer game. They're making a mobile game that looked completely arse.
It did.
And they did this long, like 6 or 7 minute segment where these two people were playing it. And nobody cared.
Yeah, but look,
it was the worst.
But I will say though, I like the idea of them trying to integrate into their presentation mobile games.
I do not like that idea.
No, I do, because it is one of the biggest markets now in the world.
But I don't give a fuck about that.
You might not, but a lot of people do.
No, I'm sorry.
No,
in the comments section down below, tell me right now if you're like, I'd love to hear more about EA's mobile game portfolio during their press conference.
If we're talking about the market share,
I'd also like to hear more about Madden games, please.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're saying, but if we're talking about, market share, what's making the money, and what's coming up in the future, it is going to be mobile games, ladies and gentlemen.
Mate, you should absolutely be on EA's board with talk like that.
They need to have some sort of time dedicated to what is coming out on the mobile, because it is exploding.
Okay, so then the final bit, the pièce de résistance, the thing we've all been waiting for this entire time, the Anthem reveal. Now, when we say reveal, it wasn't a reveal because we've already seen a reveal in the past, a year ago.
Yeah.
So we were thinking, now we're going to see some chunky gameplay. Now we're going to see what is Anthem really about. Sam, do we have any fucking clue what Anthem is at this point?
I have a little bit of a difference of opinion to you on this. I'll tell you why. Number one,
go on.
It clearly showed 4 classes. It did. It clearly showed an assault
By the way,
guy.
We knew that in the past.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just saying, like a rogue, and then there's like it's very Destiny-esque. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we knew that a year ago.
Okay, but it's leading. For me, it looks it's still leaning towards Destiny. When you say that it's, you definitely don't know what it is. it's more apparent to me that it is going to be that kind of game.
I absolutely believe it is going to be that kind of game as well. I'm just saying that they also talk, so here's some of the detail that we got, right? And this isn't going to take very long.
Here we go.
It's a story-driven game in the sense that you've got this tower, this central city, right, where all your stuff goes down. And when you're in that, it's a single-player experience. There are NPCs you can speak to. The story evolves around your decisions that you make out in the, the open world.
Yeah.
So that place, the city, is a single-player, story-driven experience. But it's always online, by the way.
Always online.
Always have to be connected.
It's called The Farm.
When you step out of the city, then you are in the open world. It's built for co-op play. Apparently, if you're playing single player, it's going to be harder than if you're playing co-op, which isn't always the case, by the way, because very often they'll scale difficulties appropriately.
Well, they might not.
But they did make the specific point that playing single player will be harder than playing co-op. But even that, what I just said to you, I don't know what that means. That's not clear. That's not clear at all. That doesn't make any sense, right? We just know that they say single player in the city, multiplayer out. Garbage. Anyway, in terms of gameplay, we did see some more gameplay. There was about 5 minutes of gameplay on offer, but I swear to God,
it was extremely repetitive.
Exactly the same as what we saw the year before. It's here's some stuff flying, here's some stuff shooting, here's some abilities being used. That's it.
I think it could have been an opportunity then to really expand on the narrative outside of the base. I think it also could have been a great opportunity, maybe to show if there is some PvP. Maybe to show...
There is no PvP.
There is no PvP?
Confirmed, no PvP.
No PvP, okay. Also, ways to show how you're going to be interacting with the world and like just other stuff than just like smacking down, killing enemies, flying. Smacking down, killing enemies, flying, and then some boss thing at the very end. That's all you saw. That was pretty much all you saw.
It was just...
I thought it was
Trash Mob Killing Simulator 2019, 2018.
And it was such an opportunity for them to like show, hey guys, what we've been working on. This is our like mothership project.
Yeah.
And it looked like something you'd show in the middle of a
It looked like
conference.
A YouTuber making their first YouTube video where they have some really long dubstep intro at the beginning, and then they have dubstep continuing to play that's way too loud, and just cut together random gameplay clips, and then like and subscribe at the end.
And then at the end,
it was
just get
amateur. It was amateur hour. Like honestly, I've watched that reveal twice now. I have no fucking clue what this game is. I have absolutely no idea what this actual product is. It's out in 8 months' time. It's the it's the main game coming from BioWare. It's EA's upcoming biggest project, and I have no idea.
I think the most ambiguous parts of it is how much of it is online and offline. Is it a looter shooter? Like that's the stuff that I'm not sure about. Like if only they open the menu once. I'm not looking to see if there's a light level system or some shit, but I just want to know what is under the hood. Like we didn't see any.
They also confirmed there's no romance in this game as well. I know that's the Sam's only chance at romance is BioWare games, right?
I love that.
No, but seriously, that romance is actually, I know it sounds like a meme, but romance is actually a very important yardstick in a BioWare experience, because to be able to execute romance properly, you need to have NPCs, you need to have strong connections with them, you need to have sort of like scenarios that are built around coming close to them. It needs to be a very story-driven experience. So the way that Destiny doesn't have romances, it can't possibly have romances because the story doesn't facilitate that. I worry that Anthem will go in the same direction.
But you make it sound like just because it doesn't have a romance, it can't be a fantastic story.
I'm not saying that at all, but what I'm saying is it definitely gives me concern that BioWare are not looking to deliver a BioWare level story here.
But
this is one possible telltale sign of that fact. But I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying...
I'm okay with them giving us a different style of BioWare.
Anyway...
You just wanted to see two, zeros and ones get it on.
So Anthem is still a gigantic question mark. The internet is very mixed on its reception as well. Some people think it looks fantastic. Very few people hate it.
I don't think
but a lot of people are in the meh category. A lot of people are like, whatever, or I don't understand what this is.
And we have data that actually supports that, people, because Raph did a poll and it did actually come in. It was about 55 to 60% of people that just said meh.
With about 4,000 votes or something. So that's a pretty decent sample size. But anyway, that's the EA reveal. That's the EA press conference for 2018. It was... ultimately a shit show. It's like EA 2018 may contain traces of gameplay. I think is the tagline for this.
Exactly. And look, I just to finish up, I just wish that this was their opportunity to come back and give us something really strong. But they didn't. They actually gave us, I would say it's weaker than last year. It is totally weaker than last year's.
Yeah.
Totally. So guys, don't tune in next year for EA's crappy conference. Just watch 2 minutes of gameplay, and that's all you'll need to see.
Sam only ever needs 2 minutes.